All right, what is up, traders? Good morning, everybody. So basically, we're going to be doing the Forex Weekly Outlook, as I did not get to do that last night. So we're going to take a look at some FX pairs today. But first, obviously, we're going to talk about Bitcoin as the whole world is falling out. It absolutely is not falling out. I'm going to show you some things here. This was the wick low that we were looking for Bitcoin to put a run on. All right, it did that last night. You can see this right here. Boom, that was a short side target. So basically, if your short side target is hit, in a lot of cases, what will happen is people will take their profits. They will exit, as this was a short-term position for most short traders. Nobody really believes that Bitcoin's going back down to zero. So once you get your target hit, you shed your position and see what happens. That's also a great spot to buy, as you did get a weekly close last night. Boom, right there below your old resistance level. So we got a little bit of things to look at, right? You are testing this swing low. This is your weekly resistance level right here. All right, we're gonna get into the analysis really good, but first I want to show you guys something. Everybody's freaking out. Big firms, investment banks, prop firms, hedge funds, they will take positions based on quarterly action. That's why when you get a new quarterly about to happen, a lot of things will go crazy, and it's hard to basically trade during that time, as there's so much volume entering and exiting the market as portfolios are being rebalanced. All right, your portfolio is being rebalanced. So every year there's 4 quarters. This was the beginning of the year. January the 1st, nice bullish impulse leg. This was your first quarter, 2021. You're in the second quarter, 2021, right? You've got 44 days left, so a little over a month left on this quarterly. So basically, if we bring up a fib level from the low to this high and then go into a daily, and let's see what we got. So essentially, you have just tested the 618. This is a buying opportunity. This is a buying opportunity. Look at your RSI. Damn near tapped, oversold. This isn't massive. It's big, right? From 60K to 40K. That's a 20K drop. Considering that you ran up after you broke out above 20K, 40K, that's a pullback. It's a pullback at best. RSI situated at oversold, sitting right at your quarterly 618 retracement level. Also, on top of that, you smoked the liquidity residing right below this little point, which is beautiful. Now let's get rid of this fib. Also, this is a rebalancing. This is your breakout candle, right? Took out your old all-time high with a big, strong close. That's indicative of bullish continuation. Never did the midpoint of this candle get tested, not even on that wick low. This wick did not test the midpoint of this breakout candle. You just did. Boom. All right. So yes, I bought Bitcoin last night. Absolutely. Fantastic place to buy Bitcoin. So basically what we're going to be looking for to see if the bulls are taking back control of this asset. Obviously, right now for the last 2 legs, bears have been in control. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right. So now, though, we have a lot of other metrics on the table. So the theme has shifted. Okay, so let's see what happens. Look at this daily. You've already retraced basically 70% of your daily range expansion to the downside. Took out yesterday's low, took out that wick low, tested your 618, rebalanced this bullish breakout candle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some people are going to buy this. This is a lot of momentum. That is true. You've got a lot of momentum. This is straight down. All right, so it's going to be difficult to tell if it's actually bullishness or if it's just a dead cat bounce. So you do have a level right here you can watch. All right, this is your daily support right here, 45,231 daily support. You are testing well beneath it. Let's see where we close today. You close above this level, then obviously this level is still intact as far as being support. these two bullish candles up here will provide a little bit of resistance. As this leg starts to bounce, make some support, start forming high or low supports, you will run into resistance here. Then, when you get that pullback, this will be the important time. This could be weeks, 2 weeks from now. This doesn't happen now. It's going to happen later. So when you get this push up into resistance, and make no mistake, I firmly believe you will, when you start to put in that low, you want to see if that forms at a higher low, basically holding what this daily support is. And that all hinges upon what does today do, right? What does today do? So if I go over here and look at FX, because we are going to look at FX, you got green on the dollar. I mean red on the dollar. DXY heading south. Euro penetrating to the upside. Pound penetrating to the upside. Everybody's penetrating to the upside. Aussie. Aussie's the only one with a red day, right? This is a red day on Aussie. So this is a good buying spot for Aussie, right? You're testing daily support. It's old daily support. Let me see where I got this level from. It's weekly support. There's your weekly level right there. You're testing weekly support right now. Do you want to buy it right now before the New York Open? That's your call. All right, that's not my call. I'm not here to give you trading advice. I'm here to tell you basically what I see on the technicals. Here's your 4-hour test, being tested once more. So yeah, I'm looking for this thing to continue to the upside. So let's go back over here to Bitcoin, because I am not done with it. Those are your two levels. You got your rebalancement. You tested that breakout candle. This is an opportunity to buy. Your RSI is tapping the oversold position, right? So everything's nice and pulled back on Bitcoin. Every retail trader is assuming that the world is over and Bitcoin's going back down to zero. Most retail traders have already lost mad amount of money because, well, let's face it, they're trading with risk capital they cannot afford to lose. This is why I tell you to not do that. All right. Basically, Bitcoin has to get above some resistance levels. It's obvious that that's going to be the case. I did put on more Bitcoin last night. All right. This thing can keep going lower, guys. Oversold doesn't mean that it's going to bounce from here. It does not mean that. Oversold can stay oversold for weeks on end. I mean, it's been overbought for weeks on end, right? So if it can be overbought forever, it can be oversold forever. This run up, oversold or overbought all the way from down there, from here to here. So yeah, oversold, you just tacked it. You could stay oversold all the way down to here. So don't buy it with your house payment or your rent money or any of that. Buy it with a little bit of money, a little bit. Tiny pieces, take little bits as you go. It's the best way to do it if you're looking for a hodl position. If you're trading Bitcoin, that's different, guys. Obviously, if you know how to trade, do your thing, right? Dogecoin got a nice big bounce. We've already retraced almost the whole move on Doge. I know Doge doesn't have anything to do with Bitcoin, right? But it's hard for me to think that Doge is going to sell off when Bitcoin's selling off, right? You would think that. It's not really doing that, is it? Had a nice big push move lower last night. Here's this push lower. It's closed green on a 4-hour. This is a stop run. Why did it go down here? Well, look right there. Let me show you. Boom. Wick low. Smoked that. Tested up. Came back in for another retrace. 4-hour engulfing. Almost, not quite, almost bullish reversal pattern right here. So the midpoint of this candle probably gets tested, probably heads higher, maybe. If you trade all the way back down here and you close below this low, that thesis is incorrect. You are heading all the way down here to 40 cents. As long as you're maintaining 4-hour closures above 48 cents, I will be looking for bullish entries on Doge. I'm doing the same thing on Bitcoin. I'm looking for bullish entries. This is the time, in my opinion, to be looking for bullish entries. Now, here's what I'm going to show you on the daily. This is your quarterly. Was it the quarterly? Let me see, or was that just that impulse leg to the downside? I don't forgot. Yeah, it's your quarterly. No, it's not. It's just that one. Well, anyways, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is this from this leg, this is your high, to this swing low. This is one leg. This is an impulse leg to the downside. You did have a slight pullback for 2 days, and then you rolled over. So technically, if you're a wave counter, you can count 2 waves out of that if you start here. However, if you just use this as one price leg, right, you got to go all the way back up here. You got to get a daily closure above your 618 to basically show that the bulls have taken back control. Once you take out this bullish candle, there's no more. It's done. They have done it, right? So this is the candle that I will be focused on for the weeks to come. Bitcoin can trade sideways down here for months if it wants to before it takes off. And then, like I said, it can roll over. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but the technicals on the chart say that this is a pretty good spot to buy. This is a better spot to buy than this was ever, right? If you're looking to buy Bitcoin, would you rather buy it at 64K or would you rather buy it at 43K? Especially if you're bullish. That's where you want to buy. These are the types of moves that you're looking for. Basically looking for support to hold in this area. You have taken out a massive amount of stop losses that was sitting right underneath this candle. So this gives people opportunities to get in, to re-enter. So whoever exited here, here, and here to cause this move to the downside can now re-enter if they are still bullish on Bitcoin. So you could look for something to happen like that, right? But it takes time. It's not going to happen today or tomorrow or even this week. This thing has put in a massive move to the downside. Thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you so much, as I love to buy cheap Bitcoin, and I appreciate you, right? So this thing can consolidate down here. Don't be quick to just think it's going to keep going. It can, but just, I'm telling you, if you're looking for bullish entries on Bitcoin, we got a nice signal today. Got a nice signal. Took out this liquidity, setting right at the oversold level on RSI. You have lost all your major moving averages on a daily. Testing the 200. I don't know, is the 200 moving average a good spot to buy? It has been in Bitcoin's history, right? Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. 200. 200. Once you got beneath that 200, obviously, then it was, yeah. Don't worry about this. That's that March price action. That stuff, that's just a liquidation event. So price action doesn't trade normally when you're in the midst of a liquidation environment. But you can see what I'm saying, basically. In bull runs, when you lose that 200, typically, that's basically the end of it. You can go look at the weekly if you want as well. Obviously, the weekly moving averages are going to be really far away, but you're testing the 21 right now, which is also pretty good place to buy in most cases if you're looking for bullish continuation, right? I will stop looking for bullish entries when we take out this leg of price down here. You got a long ways to go. So yeah, 31,000 bucks, then something's changed, right? This bullish wave or bullish leg or bullish phase is probably done if you take out this swing low, as most liquidity is situated underneath this wick low because you spent so much time up here. So much time up here. Anybody that bought down here, well, yeah, they're few and far between, right? Few and far between. And most of the people that bought way lower, like myself, Jordan, among other people, were hodling. We're hodling until basically Bitcoin puts in a top. Is it put in a top? Only if we take this out, in my opinion. You got to get well beneath 35K before I will consider this a top. When you're trading at massive prices like this, the smallest move is a big move. You can move $2,000 in the span of an hour. It's insane. It is extremely extended. It has been pulling back. This is a nice push lower. This weekly just got started, right? If we're trading down here by Friday, then something may be different. If we stall out here, it's probably going higher. So just keep that in mind. Throw that line on your chart if you wish. You can also put this line up there. Boom. This is your last daily closing candle. Let's get rid of those moving averages. This is your last daily down closing candle right here before the breakout candle. All right. So if you get a daily closure below that, then I'm probably done looking for buying entries on Bitcoin. This was a beautiful spot to buy. Beautiful spot to buy. So Bitcoin maybe getting ready for some consolidation, sideways movement, going to piss a lot of people off, but I do believe she turns around from here. If it doesn't, then I will start looking for selling positions. I will start shorting Bitcoin. I'm waiting for this down here at the very least, though, because all of this can be a buying opportunity. I do not like the fact that you have all this momentum coming in, but you get so many leveraged longs buying up here. When you get stuff like this, you're leveraging, or you're taking all those leverage traders out. That just adds to the selling pressure and gives you a little bit more push to the downside. So always the elevator goes down, the stairs go up. All right, so this thing, let's see if we find support down here. It's at a beautiful area. ETH had a massive pullback. Boom, right? Same thing though. Same thing. Got to pull back out of overbought. ETH's been so overbought for so long. Pulling back. Let's see if ETH holds support. I'd like to see ETH come a little bit lower, actually. Come all the way back down to $2,500. That'd be a good spot to look for bullish entries on ETH, as you're still basically buying the highs. Even if you buy it up here, you're still buying the highs. You tested on $4,300, pretty close to it. You just made a $3,100 low. Down here would be a better spot to buy, right? So let it pull back down to there. Then you can look for bullish entries, as long as you're not making daily closes below the swing low down here. As long as you're staying above it, you're good, right? You're good. It's holding support. Let it continue to do what it's going to do. I assume if Bitcoin does find support where it is, these things will probably start to rip again. They typically have been. So very different things going on this year, as a lot of stuff has changed from the previous bull market cycle, right? A lot of things. All right, so let's go look at some FX. I did just get triggered in on a pound long. This is a small account, very small account. I am long in my main account already on the pound dollar. So let's go see what's going on here. Let's go to Euro first. Right here, bullish action on the Euro, testing daily resistance. Not looking for any bullish entries on the Euro just yet. Trading above that resistance, getting ready to test this resistance. On intraday scalps, we do not buy in front of resistance, right? Do not buy in front of resistance. We wait for pullbacks. Gotta wait for those pullbacks. Once you get a pullback, if you get a pullback, in my opinion, the Euro is not a tradable event. Not today, right? It's trading at the high of day, coming into the New York session, right about to hit resistance. So you would need a pretty good sized pullback on the Euro. Aussie dollar, look at this. That's a beautiful test on the Aussie dollar. If you're looking to get long something, the Aussie dollar is testing support and maintaining it, right? You got 2 4-hour tests. Boom, boom. This pullback candle came down, tested the opening price of this bullish candle. It looks like it's getting ready to head higher. During the New York session, more volume will come in, and we will see what happens. All right, we will see what happens. So, yeah, I'm liking the Aussie dollar this week for possible bullish entries. I did not take it yet, but I am going to be watching this 0.77467 level right here. As long as you're not closing a daily candle below that, then I am going to be remaining bullish on this pair, right? You're trading all off of your oversold metrics, overbought metrics, whatever you want to call it. And let's go look at where your weekly moving average is. Well, you're well beneath, price is well beneath it, or above it, apologies. You're testing the 21 daily right now. So I don't know if I'd be taking a daily position or a position on this just yet, as you're only now testing the daily 21. Generally, you'll get a lot of fake outs and stuff. So today could probably trade a little bit lower. Let's go look at what it looks like intraday. Yeah, I mean, this was a big sell-off, no doubt, right? People are going to be looking for bearish continuation on it even. So here's where they sold. This is a quarterly resistance level up here. Let's put this up real fast so you can see what they did. They just essentially sold right here. This was support. There's your breakdown. Here's your retest. This is a rounded bottom, right? So basically, bulls are back in control. Here we come down for an hourly test of support. So far, it has held up. So that's your near-term daily level to watch. 77.445. 77.445. Hourly closure below that. Bullish trade today. Scrapped. If you even come back down there to test it, it's hard to say what's going to happen. Pound yen extremely extended to the upside. Extremely. All right. The Japanese yen index is oversold. So if you do get some support on that asset, all your yen pairs, Aussie yen, New Zealand yen, pound yen, euro yen, they're all going to have a pullback, right? This looks like a bull flag on a daily. It's basically just trading up here. So I would be watching for basically a wick to stop everybody out and then head lower for your pullback. You can come all the way back down to 152 spot 219 and still remain bullish. This is another quarterly level, 3-month level. I just put them on the chart to watch them. You see what I mean? There's your breakout, but you failed, but you're back above it again. So that would be a good spot to look for bullish entries on the pound yen. I'm not going to mess with it while it's up here at all, because if it's going to continue higher, it's not really going to give you a good entry. Damn, these alarm clocks. Let's go back over here real fast. New Zealand's doing the same thing. So we were looking at this last week, and I just threw this little box thing on there. You can see how basically this stuff works out. Just basically traded right up into that and rolled over. This is coming off of a smaller level. Let's go see which level it is. It's not the 8-hour. It's your 4-hour. 4-hour support. Let's get rid of that. It's easier just to look at the line. Old support, now tested as resistance. But, yeah, it may hold here. I don't know if it will. I don't know why that's there. But you can come all the way down to there and still look good. Main level that you're watching on the New Zealand dollar is 71.452. You lose that, you're heading lower, right? It's 4-hour support. Daily support 71452. You lose that on a daily closing basis, you're going to be testing 75.73. There's a bearish target right there. So how do we trade this? If you're looking for bearish entries, you know where your daily support level is right here. This would be your target. This is resistance. So if resistance holds up, look for an impulse move to the downside, roughly testing the 71.449 level, and then look for that bounce. Then you short that, targeting this. You don't just short it now, you wait, because this is also a target to the bullish side. You are trading in the middle of the range, right? In the middle of the range. So you can go either here or there, but these are your weekly targets. The weekly range expansion. Bullish target 73.072. Bearish target 71.156. 71.156. You start trading lower. You start taking out 4-hour levels and structure. You're looking for that bearish target. So what I would do, if this is going to be bearish, I would want to see this 4-hour support taken out. Right? Maybe get a test of 4-hour support, then have that pullback. Once that pullback happens, I would look for a level in this price leg to short against, targeting this wick low down here. First target this, second target that. And that's New Zealand dollar. I am more bullish than bearish. I am looking for the bullish target. Right? I am looking for the bullish target. Simply because everything else looks situated to maintain a bullish run against the dollar. If the dollar keeps selling off, that's going to be another thing you can just add and tack on to your basic Bitcoin play as well, right? Give me 1 second here. Let me go do this. Gotta do this real fast. Alright, let's do something. Let's do pound dollar. Alright, I know, a lot of stuff, right? Just never mind. Let me just delete it. I want to show you this if you haven't seen it lately. So, trend lines, subjective, yes, very much so. All right, here's a trend line from the pound. Pound dollar, 3 month. It's a quarterly chart. It's on log scale. On log scale, last quarter, you tested this trend line and failed. Here is a quarterly resistance level. This resistance level is going to be important as it's not just a quarterly. It's also a monthly and a weekly close. Lot of confluence at that level. That level is 1.40129 on the Oanda data feed. 1.40129. Big, huge level on the pound dollar. This trend line has never been traded or closed a quarter above ever in the pound dollar's history. If you take off log, you can clearly see that you have already broken out. Broke out, retest, continuation. We are bullish. The pound dollar is bullish. There is your bullish target. One spot, 43770. Target, my bullish target. It is a quarterly target. Lots and lots of great stuff up there. I'm not looking for this target to get hit today. Not looking for this target to get hit tomorrow. I'm just looking for this target to get hit eventually. If we get, let's go back on log. This is your monthly, right? Coming into that trend line, you can clearly see that it's being respected on log. And if you take off log, it was a breakout, right? So how subjective is that? It just depends on what you're looking at. So I was just basically wanting to show you the fact that it's never traded above it, ever. So you could possibly be looking at a position trade on this asset. You have years of price action trading under the 1.43770 level. Years of price action trading under this. A breakout could see a massive rip. You can see prices at pound at 150, 155, and 160 this year, possibly. So I'm looking at the pound to see if it wants to do this breakout. It already has if you take off the log. Here's your, there it is. That's a breakout. It's a monthly breakout and a hold above. Broke out, retested, and you are trending to the upside on a smaller time frame. This daily looks disgusting. All this price action. When you're trading sideways, it's very, very hard to trade. But my main account, I got long on this candle. Down here, I am still long. I was targeting this wick high. So just above that quarterly, weekly, monthly level. That was the level I was targeting. So when trade pushed up into that level, I took off 2/3 of my position and I moved my stop loss up to break even. All right. The entry I'm taking on the pound right now on the small account is just a little itty bitty tiny day trade, but I got it in on the main account as well, on the main Oanda account. I have 2 Oanda accounts and I have a Forex.com account. The Forex.com account was the account that I got in long down here. So it's a bit tough to juggle a couple accounts. So I'm going to look to combine them. I talked about this yesterday on the members only live stream. I'm going to look to combine all of my money into one account, and I'm thinking about testing out IG markets. I know nothing about them, so I cannot tell you if they're good or not. I do know that what I've been looking at is they have the best spreads on the market. Tight spreads is good for day traders. Tight spreads it's not so important if you're a swing trader. But if you are a day trader, yeah, 1 or 2 pips could be the difference of getting a fill or not getting a fill and missing a trade. So I'm going to be looking to put all my money in IG. And if that happens, then obviously I won't be able to take any more trades off of TradingView, but it will still be my charting platform. So back to the analysis. This breakout was big. Massive breakout. This was non-farm payroll, so you see how they used news to push it up to get this breakout, right? I got positioned ahead of the news. We don't care about news. News is not important to us, as the news is going to push price where it was already going to go in the first place. I was long, or I was looking for this target to get taken out on pound for weeks, ever since we made this pullback right here. From there, I was looking for this target, simply because if I move this up just a little bit and get it where it's supposed to be, you traded up to that line and rejected, traded up to that line, rejected, couldn't go lower. How do I know he couldn't go lower? Well, here, boom, higher, big push off the lows. This is buying. This is buying pressure. That's what it looks like, right? Several days in a row, took out resistance, took out resistance. This pullback here, I was looking to get long. I got long in this span of price, took my profits, moved my stop up. This stopped me out. So this right here was confusing to me as a price action trader, simply because it took out daily resistance. But I know that bear traps exist. I know they do. So once we've traded up above the 618 of this daily range and closed a daily above it, my bullish thesis was still intact. This is not hindsight, right? I'm in this position right now. All this price action, I looked to get long on this day, took profits on this push, this topped me out. So two trades already on the pound, aiming at this line, because that is an untapped level. Tons of stops setting right above those wicks. This was the wick I was targeting. So basically, I got long again, and then boom, there's your breakout. So news, this didn't happen because of news. This happened because pros were targeting this level, and there's your proof. Boom. So this is a pullback. This is rebalancing, whatever you want to call it. It's a pullback. Just make your analysis simplified, guys. Just simplify it. It's so much easier. If you want to call this a rebalancing act, you want to call it whatever. It's a pullback. You pulled back into that quarterly, monthly, weekly resistance level. If that isn't telling you something, I don't know what is. Look at the price. Boom. Instantly rejected. This is a daily. Next day. Poof. That's continuation. That is a trending candle. There's only three kinds. Inside, outside, trending. You tag that weekly, quarterly, monthly, you were heading higher. I am looking for bullish continuation on the British pound US dollar. That's only going to help Bitcoin's case as well. Moving averages on the daily way down here. Overbought, almost, right? Almost. You came up here almost, and then you pulled back. This is beautiful price action. You are not overbought. You simply have pulled back into a very important level, and so far it has been bought. We don't typically get long into resistance, right? Into resistance, but that little, on the small account that you just seen get triggered was this push, right? I am looking at a pullback entry. I waited for this to pull back into old resistance, now support. So when this price pushed down into my limit buy, it triggered me long. We don't buy into resistance, but look, you got a 20 pip move into resistance. I'm buying for that 20 pip move. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. Once that 20 pip move gets hit, my take profit level will be targeted. It will be executed. I will move my stop loss up to break even, and we will see what happens, right? Even though it's a small account, if we get a breakout up to there, that little account can probably double because it is completely levered up. 50x, baby. So it's a tiny account. I don't care if it gets liquidated. You know what I mean? So basically, that's what we're looking at on the pound. I am looking for bullish continuation. I do believe the London Open is playing games. Let's go look at the 5 minute. Let's get rid of these nasty moving averages. Here's your 5 minute chart. right? This is your range. This is that test of that massively important level. Quarterly, monthly. Let's go put it back on the chart just in case you missed it. That level is, let's make sure it's there, one spot, 40129 on the Oanda data feed. Keep that level on your chart. Back to the 5 minute. So there's your test of it. Massively important level, right? And you've been trading up, but you haven't been trading up with a whole lot of steam. Not like the steam you had when you came down. This is just a fast track back down to test support. There was your support test. You are trading into resistance. See how price trades up close to the resistance and fails. Then you got 5 minute chop slop. Boom, up into resistance, failure. People are shorting this right now as they look at this as a failure. This is your London Open. This is how London works. Before London Open, price trades up into. This is your London Open. 3 o'clock a.m. for me is the London Open. One final good screw you push to the upside to stop out anybody that got short above this wick. Stopped all them out and then ran lower, came back up, tested. Boom. This is the high of day so far. The London session usually puts in the high or low of day every day. However, you don't know if it's going to be the high or if it's going to be the low until price either makes a higher high or a lower low, right? So basically, I am looking for it to make a higher high. I am treating this as the low of day. You can say that the London session opened, did put it in, all right? Even though the open was right here, the event taking place into the open matters as well. This is a fake out move to the upside. This is a fake out move to the downside. It's basically trying to make people be like, I don't know. But if you have a longer term bias, you can go into it with at least a daily bias. When is my daily bias unconfirmed? Well, it's simple. If I eat a stop, I'm wrong on the trade, right? I'm wrong on the trade. I do have on my main account, the trailing stop is situated right beneath this old resistance level, right? Because I took the entry down here. So that gives me about roughly 47 pips of unrealized P&L. That is locked in from the original entry. All right, locked in P&L. So I put it down here because that's your last bullish resistance before the breakout. Yes, this is a massive, massive level, but technically price can come all the way back down to this bearish candle or even here and still go higher. All right, if we take out this swing low down here, then I will be looking for bearish targets. And there's a beautiful one right there. However, right now we're looking for bullish targets. A lot has to happen for me to look for bearish targets. I'm currently looking for bullish targets on the pound dollar. All right. So I rambled and ranted for a long time and I didn't answer any questions, but it was very important that you guys understand what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at. Good morning, everybody. Sorry about the rant. Are we still on track for 76K Bitcoin? Will McPhail? Man, I don't know. But you're at a good buying area. I'll just say that much. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin for the long-term hodl, you're at a good spot. I would rather buy it where it is now instead of at 76K. What's up, Jay Bradley? Good morning, everybody. Let me take a drink. Good morning. 30% dip in the bull market strategy in R2 buy opportunity. Good job, Danny. Absolutely, my friend. Good day. It's a great day, man. Bitcoin pulled back. Gave me an opportunity to get long again. Pound's doing what we've been talking about for weeks. It's a great day. Great day, my friend. Elon, why? If you're not familiar with the news, Elon came out and said that he's not going to accept Bitcoin anymore at the Tesla dealerships because of fossil fuels. They use too much fossil fuels. And yesterday I heard someone say that he's even thinking about selling his Bitcoin position. I don't know if that's true or not, but the price action's treating it like it is. But dips are meant to be bought in bull markets. My equities need help. Yeah, some of mine do too. All the tech plays are getting destroyed. All my tech stocks are going down. If we hold current daily RSI divergence, current daily RSI divergence on Bitcoin, yeah, get a bullish engulfing on the daily, I would consider that the bottom. It's a pretty reliable reversal setup for Bitcoin. Absolutely, my friend. Yeah, you're trading down here, right? It's not divergence yet. I mean, it is divergence from this low down here to here if you turn around. But in my opinion, divergence usually works better with the leg of price that you're actually on. So basically you would want to see that divergence forming here, right? Over here with this current price action. I mean, but yeah, that's divergence. If you close here or higher today, where you're at right now or higher, this will be confirmed daily close. This will be, yeah, divergence. But that still doesn't matter because Bitcoin was putting in bearish divergence. There's your main bearish divergence for a long time, and it kept going up. So like, I'm not necessarily looking for divergence on the RSI. When I pull the RSI up, I'm looking at where it is, right? Am I more bullish or bearish? Well, if we get a push down below the 50 spot, the 50 spot's halfway, so to speak, 70 and 30 and then 50. So anything above 50 is considered, like, for me, a bullish control zone. Anything below 50 is considered a bullish control zone. So currently we are in a bearish control zone. So right now we're currently in bearish control zone. If you go back up to the 50 test and you turn around, then Bitcoin's heading lower, right? Bitcoin's heading lower because this thing will react to what price does. However, if you get a nice push above that 50 spot, you're back in bullish territory. You're back in the bullish control zone. That's the way I look at the RSI. That's the only way I look at it. I don't care about divergence. I don't care about oversold. I don't care about overbought. I only care about where is it in reference to the 50 spot. That's it. As that is going to help my daily biases. That's it. That's how I look at it. Fables of Europe. But yeah, you're right. If we do get a bullish engulfing candle on the daily, that's a nice, typically is a nice reversal pattern. You can see clearly a bearish engulfing here, bearish engulfing here, had continuation, bullish engulfing here, had continuation. Yeah, it's also called an outside day, because you're trading outside the previous daily's range. And that's the way I call it. Outside, inside. Liquidity play get out, but 7:30 a.m. useful size. LFMD. Let's go look at it. Oh crap. Are you talking about a stock or is this a crypto? Let's just type USD and see what happens. Nothing. So it's a stock. LifeMD. Man, this thing is getting crushed. I'm not looking for bullish entries on this, man. This thing's getting smoked. Something happened. You had a nice big bullish breakout. Every bit of that move has been retraced. Any pop in price until you get above $16 will be looked at as a selling opportunity. Everything to 16.22 would be a selling opportunity. Something happened. This is continuation to the downside. Completely reversed the bullish move. It's not bullish. But if you're a holder of this and you think it's going to go higher, then yeah, it's at a good spot to buy. What am I looking for here? 1 hour looking momentum to the upside. Will elevator go down, stairs go up? Yeah, in the markets, bearish price action usually has faster and bigger ranges than bullish price action, because bearish price action scares everybody. So you have panic selling, right? Look at your bullish, how you move up. Look how big your bullish daily candles are. Look how big the bearish candles are. The ranges are much bigger and they move faster and bigger. That's because it's panic in the streets. So there's an old time saying in the markets that you take the elevator up. You take the stairs up because it's a nice, slow, methodical climb to the upside, blah, 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 blah. And you take the elevator down because it goes way faster. That's all. Thanks, Heath, for the detailed TA. You're welcome, my friend. That's for Chuck. Thanks, I-O-O O'Reilly. We should start seeing folks buying leverage shorts. Hopefully that will turn a trend. Good morning, Heath. Good morning, Brian. What do you think about the NASDAQ? It took a beating. But let's go look at it. Let's see what's going on with it. Come on. It's over here. In Q1. NASDAQ. The C-mini futures, but yeah, it took a beating last week, but it's May, right? A lot of things sell off in May. Year to date, let's go see where we are year to date, because that's basically, a lot of people look at year to date charts as they want to see how up or down you are on the year. So this was your opening daily candle, this bearish candle here that you can only see half of it. That's your open. That's your yearly open, your yearly opening range. So right now you traded up to about 10%, 9.13%. That's a pretty good spot for a pullback. The S&P 500 generally gets anywhere from 8 to 12% a year. So if you hit that 8 to 12% target, generally funds and stuff will take profits and look for a lower spot to buy in to continue the yearly trend out. If the yearly trend is going to continue up, then yeah, you're probably at a spot you can look for buying opportunities down here now. You did come down here and test daily, your daily right there. Boop. And they bought it. So yeah, possibly. You're still in a downtrend. So what you could do is you could wait for this daily downtrend level to be broken. Then you can look for bullish entries if you want. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's just me just showing you the charts. If you go into a smaller level, that you could probably find a better one. Oh, no, you can't. Not really. It just changed a little bit. So you just took out your 4-hour resistance level. You're testing that 4-hour resistance level right now to see if it wants to hold a support. It looks like it's trying to. 13,450. Target this wick high if you're trading this for the day trading. This was a nice breakout, continuation, pullback. This is your 4-hour breakout. Old resistance level. Price is testing it right now for support. Test, 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 test. I don't like the fact that the closes are getting lower and lower. Right? So this level may fail. That's okay. If it does, there's another one right there. Boom. That would be it. This level fails, and that's only if it's going to continue to be bullish. The longer term trend is up. Well, actually, I can't say that, can I? Let's go back and look at the year-to-date chart. Right here. So, yeah. Look at where my wick is. All right, let's do this. This is your yearly open. Yearly open, that white line. Look at that. Yearly open. This is your yearly opening range, traded down, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like it's going to remain bullish. This was a good spot to buy. The S&P 500 did the same thing. Yearly opening range. Year to date, S&P 500. S&P 500 still can pull back a lot. This is your yearly opening range on S&P 500. This, come on, 12.6%, 12.7%. So if you're a fund manager and you control $16 billion worth of other people's money, just put yourself in this position real quick. I'm a fund manager. I control $16 billion worth of other people's money. My job is to incur year over year annual percentage growth. If the S&P 500 tracks at about 8 to 12% on a year over year basis, and we've already hit 12% on the year, I'm taking profits. Now, I have already made my yearly return of 12%. Year to date, that's your year to date opening range. That line is your yearly open. I have already taken profits. 12% of my profits, I have taken them and I am putting them aside as no matter what happens for the rest of the year, my clients' money is safe. And on top of that, I made them another 12%. So I look like a god to them. So yeah, look for some pullbacks. You could trade all the way down to here and still be bullish. This thing is so overextended. Look at this, man. It's extended. This is your yearly opening range down here. That's a good spot to look for bullish entries. Why? Well, if you sell it May and go away, say price all of a sudden gets some bad news, some FUD comes out, and the S&P 500 sells all the way off down here, that's going to be 12%, right? A 12% sell-off. That's not bear market territory. In the S&P 500, you need a 20% sell-off to be considered bear market territory. That would just be a pullback on an overextended, extremely bullish asset. A pullback down to 37.59, in my opinion, is a buying opportunity, as funds and hedge funds and firms and banks and institutions will be buying that to see if the S&P 500 can continue on its yearly trend to the upside and possibly finish at the yearly highs or close to it. So yeah, this needs to come down lower, but will it? I don't know, but it should. You know what I mean? This is definitely firms taking money. 3 selling days in a row. This isn't FUD or bad news. This is firms saying, oh my God, we've already hit the 12% target on this yearly range. Taking profits, baby. It's been a great year. Yeah. So look for some more downside on the S&P 500, I guess. I wouldn't be buying it up here. You're so close to the all-time high, knowing that you're exceeded your 12% projected target on the S&P 500 for the year already, and it's only May. You could trade sideways to down for 3 to 4 months. So be careful on S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Now the NASDAQ, I said would possibly be a buying opportunity now, because you've already hit your yearly opening range low, right? That's your yearly opening range. So you retrace basically the whole thing, came back down into it. So yeah, that's probably a good spot to add some longer term. If you're day trading it, you're right on the day. You're right on the day. You're looking for bullish entries though, as this is consolidation on an hourly. Use that 4 hour that I was just talking about. Watch this level, this level. This level, this level. These are your entries if you're bullish for a near-term day trade and or swing trade. What do you think about EURUSD? It's been crushed, right? EURUSD's been crushed. Let's go over here. Get rid of drawings. Let's see where we are year to date. This is your opening yearly range on that. You're down on the year. Got crushed. This looks like consolidation to me. Obviously, all your moving averages are above price, except the 20 and 50, which is good. That's what you want to see on sort of like a rounding bottom formation. However, if the Aussie continues to be bullish, then the EURUSD is going to remain bearish. Not necessarily either. I mean, the Aussie can be bullish and the Euro can be bullish. It's just whichever one of the two is stronger will affect this pair. So you're trading at a bullish target. That's your bullish target for now, because it hasn't been triggered yet. That one came close. So that's going to be the target, and then this is going to be the next target. It's probably going to get hit today. So there's nothing to do on it today. Depending on where today closes, will give you a possible setup for tomorrow. If you're looking for bullish entries, you would look for a pullback down to this level here, 1.56195. If you go into a smaller time frame, you could watch this level. However, this 4 hour candle's got to close. It needs to close here or higher before I would look at this level. If this thing pulls back and closes beneath this level, then you're probably going back down. Those are your near-term levels to look at for an entry today or possibly tomorrow. Bullish entry, stop beneath this low, targeting that up there. If today doesn't get taken out, if this remains today, that would be what I'd be looking for tomorrow. It could get triggered today, though. It could get taken out today. But it's over, like, it's been getting crushed all year. Is it turning around? I don't know. You are trading above your 20 and 50 on a daily closing basis. RSI is almost, it's above 50. So you've been trending up. But look at price. That's not really, really good. I think I like it better higher in the near term than lower for now. But that's only based on this price action and this target. Once that gets taken out, sellers will re-engage this asset at 1.58217. Sellers will be looking to short it right there, looking to drive it right back down. So, I mean, yeah, there's better things to trade in my opinion, but nothing to do on it today as you're already about to take out your bullish target. Thank you, Elon. Right? I tried City Index, CMC Markets, and IG Index, and have found IG to be the best. If you trade enough, you get their pro charting for free. Yeah, I trade enough. I'm a day trader. I trade 2, 3, 4 times a week. Dot off 20% from all-time high, looking to add to my position this morning. I missed a 30% sale. Let's go look at Dot real quick. I got to start wrapping up. I got 5 minutes as I am looking to get my main position my main account situated. Here's .USD. Yeah, it had a big pullback. See, this is why you don't buy highs, guys. This is the reason right here. If you bought it up here because you're a breakout trader, you've gotten stopped out. I get stopped out, so it happens to me too, but I don't take entries like this. I look for higher probable setups. Like, yeah, this, I would have been looking for at least a bounce here. You got daily support right below you. And these levels do generally cause a small bounce, right? Right now, the sellers are in control. Is this a spot to buy? Yeah, as long as you're maintaining daily closures above 35.11, you're still situated bullish. You're still situated bullish until you take out this swing low. And then this swing low. So you got a long ways to go down before that. You're trading in a range. This was your breakout. This is your rejection. So that tells you something right there. The fact that you broke out and then rejected and took out the whole move up. Would I be looking for bullish entries on this asset? No. Not for a day trade. If I'm looking to hodl it, yeah. But if I'm looking to trade it, the momentum is down. This is a rejection. I would be going into a smaller time frame chart like this, and I would be looking for a rejection to happen at 43.69 or that one. One of those two areas. I would look for price to trade up to and reject. Here, reject. And I'd be targeting this wick low, or this wick low, sorry. That one's lower. That's the one I'd be targeting. Boom. So, yeah, I mean, it just depends on what your preferences are. Are you a day trader? Are you a swing trader? Are you a position trader? If you're a position trader, absolutely, it looks like a good spot. Philip Berger says, great to be back with he, CTM Familia. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, I didn't get to do the Forex Weekly Outlook yesterday, as I generally do them at 5 o'clock on Sunday. Brandon went live, and I had other plans after 6, so I wasn't able to do it. I figured I'd come on here and do it today before the New York Open. Do you think Bitcoin will pull back to 40K? Well, no. If Bitcoin pulls back to 40K, this bullish level down here, this white line, 39,318, if we get a daily closure down there, I am going to stop looking for bullishness on Bitcoin. Right? This is a daily level down here. So you can test that level, but if you close a daily below that level, your next target is down here at 30K. So no, I'm not looking for that to happen, not anytime soon. I think there was enough liquidity underneath this swing low right here that we just took out. I think you're sitting at the oversold level on the RSI. I think you are testing the 200-day moving average on the daily. Right here's your 200-day moving average. You are testing your 21 EMA on the weekly still. On the quarterly chart, you are doing a pullback and you have simply tested the 618 of your quarterly chart right here. Let's get rid of these lines and put that on. And basically, my bullish thesis on Bitcoin is I have more bullish evidence than bearish evidence, right? This is the first of the year, January's candle. This is the second quarter. You tested the 618 retracement level of your bullish advance, of your quarterly bullish advance. You have merely tested the 618. This is bullish. If you retrace and take out this bullish impulse, you are no longer bullish. It's simple as that. Simple as that. If you look at the old quarterly charts, generally once you got your 3 monthly pullback, you've had follow through. Right? On almost every case. Well, on every single case, except for these down here. But they're so small, and that's when Bitcoin just basically got started. So, yeah, I don't want to see that 618 taken out on a weekly closing basis. Obviously, this is a 3-month chart, so you would need a 3-month close. But no, for me, a weekly closure below that level, I'm going to be like, well, this is the next area. So at that point in time, you know what I mean? But this is a good indicator. Like I said, if you weigh up the bullish aspects versus the bearish aspects, there's at least enough evidence there for a bullish bounce. And you can bounce all the way up to 56K from here and still keep the bear leg intact as well. So you can go crazy overanalyzing these things, guys. Just simplify it. That's what my channel was built for, to simplify analysis. I see so many people throwing on so much stuff on their charts and calling this the X factor of the WG confined constrigment of the banana peel. Yeah, why do all that? It's freaking unnecessary. It's so unnecessary, and it doesn't help you become a profitable trader. 90% of retail fails. That's me. That's everybody. That includes everybody. Your favorite YouTubers, they're all professional traders. 90% of them are failing. They are not profitable. 90% of everybody fails in this industry. 90% of everybody. So I'm teaching you how to look at charts. I'm not here to basically show you how to make money, right? You got to learn that on your own. I'm here to show you basically how to look at charts. That's it. Can you connect tops on Bitcoin 20 February, 13 March, and then put it on 27 January, connect 13 March with... Are you asking me to do a channel? 20 February? All right, let me get off the weekly. Let me see what you're talking about here. 27 February. Yeah, I mean, here, let me just do this. If this is what you're talking about, what happened there? Come on. I don't know what you want. I mean, it was a broadening wedge, and you've broken out. Yeah. Bearish pattern. It's a reversal bearish pattern. But I'm not a pattern trader. You know what I mean? I'm not a pattern trader. People are calling this a head and shoulders. It's not. This stab down here invalidated your head and shoulders. You can't call this a right shoulder. Why? Because this already took out your neckline. So your neckline was broken before your shoulder was ever even formed. It's not a head and shoulders. Even to the head and shoulders technical dictionary. If you go look up the technical dictionary term for head and shoulders pattern, you will see this is not one. This invalidates it. However, you got to understand, what is a head and shoulders made out to be? It's a reversal pattern. And you clearly have a reversal pattern. You have 2 legs of price to the downside. 2 legs of price to the downside in a bullish market is generally a good spot to buy. This market is still bullish. Technically, you're trading above your 200 on a daily closing basis, right? It's still bullish. You're still bullish. You take out that 200 on a daily closing basis, then just make it that simple. Hey, we closed the daily below 200 moving average, so I'm not looking for bullish entries anytime soon, right? It's that simple. Trend lines are subjective. Trend lines are very subjective. They change from log to regular charts. People will use the closing of candles rather than the tops. They're so subjective. Just use the intraday price action, intra-range price action. Each candle is a range of price, whether it's a 5-minute all the way up to a yearly. That is one range of price. A 5-minute range of price, daily range of price, weekly range of price, monthly range of price. That's what you're looking for. Price ranges, not patterns. But that's just my opinion, guys. Obviously, if you use head and shoulders, cup and handles, and all that stuff, it's quite all right. All right, guys, I got to bounce. All right. Sorry if I didn't get to answer many questions. I was just basically ranting. I do think Bitcoin's going to have a small bounce from here at the very least. I do want to see it get a daily closure above that 57,000 level. But I do see $50,000 being tested again, probably by the end of this week or at the end of next week. You will be testing this area as resistance to see if it wants to hold as resistance. I would love to see a daily break and close above these 2 bullish candles, right? So I did put on more position last night. I did buy this. It's a beautiful, beautiful buying opportunity. So with that, I'm going to say, make sure you guys... Oh, one more thing. Obviously, I forgot to do this too. Oh, man, it's such an early morning. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much to my channel members and Patreons, guys. You guys freaking rock. I'm thankful and glad to be able to help you in any way that I can. If you have a question for an asset or something, I will come back live on this thing tomorrow morning, so that way I can get back on schedule. Just show up tomorrow morning, same time, 5:30 a.m., and we'll do more looking at pairs. We'll look more at those assets tomorrow, right? Your assets. I just basically wanted to get everything situated. So make sure you guys trade safe, trade smart. Happy trading, everybody.